Where's my boy? Anyways, this is Carbonite, and we're going to be doing some live commentary today. Looks like we got my teammate Joshua on the right, playing what else but Bandgmire, and it looks like he's going to be going up against Daiyusha on the left. So, looks like we got... Sorry for the camera quality, guys. I'll probably, fix this later. But, let's go ahead, and looks like we got a pretty good opening from Joshua over here. Looks like he went first. Going to be calling out the set order placer. So he's kind of just already set up for his next turn. I would say that Bandgmire is pretty, kind of favored in this matchup. Yeah, Daiyusha is going to go to grade 3 next turn. But at the same time, you still have to deal with getting your board removed. And not just your board removed, but also losing it in such a way where you can't get it back using your bases. It's kind of going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for Daiyusha, if I have to be honest. Going to be swinging, seeing nothing off the check. Looks like we do see a defensive there, which is going to be shutting down this other attack. A little unfortunate that we didn't have anything else to call, but it is what it is. So Daiyusha going to be, it looks like we're discarding a, what is that, a Daiymariner. Be riding up into that Daiydragon there, using the skill of something that I definitely know what Daiyusha cards do, guys. Trust. Anyways, so it looks like we're going to be putting the Dai Lady into the soul in order to superior ride. That's Daiyusha, which is perfectly fine. Calling out the Daiydragon. We do have, I think that's just one set order set up so far. So that is going to let us, we could theoretically just call out the Dai Lady there. So not bad at all. So playing the second base there. So we're going to be tapping it, probably search deck, put something to soul. Energy charge 1. Is that what that does? I'm going to pretend that's what that does. Searching out, is that a Dailander? I think that's a Dailander. I don't know. I've played against Daiyusha 3 times, and I'll be honest, I never pay attention to the cards. I do not read. Because I don't respect it, even though I think you should. Is it added to hand? Is that what that order does? Oh no, I guess I think it puts it to soul. And then you can tap EB2 to call something from soul. Which looks like is what we're going to be doing here. Tapping the second one. And EB2 to call out that Dailander, I want to say. I'm going to keep calling it Dailander, even if that's not actually what it's called. Just going to get another 5k. Something's happening. I'll be honest, I don't really pay attention. Looks like we're just swinging. Very interesting. For just 13 in, going to be hitting that intercept there. Swinging in the Daiydragon, which is very interesting. That kind of means you can't, use Daiyusha. You can't stack triggers on anything if you end up PGing this. This Vanguard is just swinging for 18. I think we just take this, honestly. Nothing on the first check, and second check is also a blank. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. Hitting in defense, it doesn't really matter. Would have been nice to, hit one, but it doesn't really do anything. Actually, that's really good, because now this Daiyusha swing for, is that 18? Which is not going to hit, I guess. Was that a little bit of a misplay? Well, no, I think you have to go to further restand on attack with Daiyusha, so it's just kind of unfortunate we hit that defensive there. But Josh is going to be riding up into that grade 3. Let's see if he can hit.
Once again, if you are playing the Shadowverse Evolved Glory Finder side event, please utilize tables 263 and up near the back of the store in order to complete your Shadowverse Evolved Glory Finder side event objective cards.
Hear that? For all you people playing Glory Finder, watch out. Anyways, I think that was a triple hit off of the Bandgmire, which is insanely good. The only way that could be better is if there were a Colossus in those 3. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and draw a card due to the Hollow Wrap. Drawing the PG is actually pretty good here. Plenty of cards in Soul. But do we have anything to call? Ooh, we have a Vade Rock. That's pretty spicy. Soul Charging crit. A little unfortunate, but you know, it's fine. We're Counter Blasting one. What do we have to call? Ooh, is that a Zamoog? That is a Zamoog. Gonna be Counter Blasting again. Filtering out 3 more. Checking 3. Oh my gosh, this is God tier. Holy shit, Joshua is high rolling the fuck out of him. We saw 2. Shuffling back to that. Was that a heal trigger, I think? And then going to be using that Colossus skill, presumably to draw another card and bind it face down. Don't forget to bind it. There we go. You do have to pay the cost before. Oh yeah, you draw one off of Zamoog. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. Anyways, gonna be calling out the... I always call him Executioner, but his name's like...
For any other Cardfighters, this is the last courtesy reminder that the Cardfight Vanguard V Premium Tournament is currently accepting signups. Checking will begin shortly, but signups will be accepted until 1:55. If you would like to sign up for the Cardfight Vanguard V Premium Tournament, please make sure you are signed up by 1:55. That is approximately 10 minutes from now. If you signed up for the tournament and you submitted a deck log, please monitor the Bushing Abbey to make sure that you check in.
Joshua, stop high rolling.
Check in for
Holy shit.
Vanguard V Premium side
Oh
tournament.
god. So heal trigger does not go off. Second check blank. So we got a double Zamoog here.
Now,
This is still gonna hit. That Vader Rock column is
Cardfight
fat as
Vanguard V
fuck.
Premium side tournament. Check-in is open now. We are still accepting signups. You
I'm
have
gonna have
until
to do that in a
1:55. Once again, Cardfight Vanguard V Premium side tournament. Check-in is now open. If you have not registered, you have until 1:55
Yeah, looks
to
like we're
sign
gonna be
up.
swinging in. We will have to use a move skill here in order to actually hit over that defensive. But I don't know if that's like the correct play because that's like a 5k guard. Is it really that good? I mean, it might be. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be using that skill. Hitting the... Actually, I don't know where we put the power. I wasn't paying attention. There was a huge announcement right now, and it completely ruined my commentary. We're going to be guarding both of those, so sticking at 3 there. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Had to do a quick cut there because I, unfortunately, also already dropped. So, honestly, I should just be doing this live stream, but I'm an idiot. Ignore that. Anyways, looks like we got the Die Lady there. I don't know what happened. Did we Persona Ride? Maybe. I wasn't paying attention. Kind of looks like we didn't. I'm going to go off the fact that there's like a blue border around the Daiyusha. That kind of tells me that we didn't, you know, actually Persona Ride there. But the counterblasting one there to search out the... I can't tell, but it's really quiet. There might actually be someone else trying to do commentary right now. Makes sense, makes sense. As we are going to be searching out the base, which I think I already said, but redundancy is... I don't know. So, I will say a good thing is that like Daiyusha is technically in heal range here, as we're going to be playing the third base. So, you know, I guess, well, we have 2 heals out, so like the chances of Daiyusha healing down are not really the greatest. This is also not really a great turn, as we're going to be calling out the Dark Bond Abyss here. Not sure what we tapped the order for. Did we search anything? I wasn't paying attention, but is that another Die Lady to Soul? I think it might be. But I don't think you add it back. Like, yeah, you're deck thinning here, but you don't need to add it back. Anyways, hopefully this isn't the board we're looking at to like go into a turn with, because the last turn's board was not only very sad, but the fact that you only called 2 things also meant that like your entire board just like disappeared. You lost access to the Die Dragon. You're never going to be able to get it back. But looks like we're calling out Die Battles, and is that Dailander? No, that's Daimariner, I want to say. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't bring any of my phone stands, so like I'm literally just holding this up with my hands. Looks like we did add the crit to the Daiyusha, but is this going to be swinging in for, I want to say 18? Draw the card. Because I believe Daiyusha gives 5k to like 3 or 4 D-Robos. So an extra 5k there. Looks like this is 2 damage, but 18, not really that threatening. And besides, we do have that PG, so I think we just kind of blow it here. PG in here, discarding Colossus. Makes sense, you already got your Zamoog set up. Actually, another thing I'm noticing is we didn't actually use any of the Zamoogs last turn. Because we are still at 6 energy. Unless we forgot to like energy blast for that, but I doubt it. We do see a front here, which is nice. Like, since we're resetting the Daiyusha, it's going to be swinging for at least 28, which is definitely a lot more of a threatening number. And then we could also bind the Daiyusha, make a much more threatening Vanguard column there. But we'll have to see. Ooh, it looks like we're going to opt to swing this other rear guard first, the Die Lady. This is going to be a really powerful attack here. Die Lady gets extra 10, 5k from Daiyusha, 10k from the front, along with that Die Battles, or that Die Mariner back there. Ooh, swinging in at the Zamoog definitely makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, we did see a Zamoog go into Soul last turn. And ooh, we're going to be damage denying here, swinging in at the other Zamoog, and then swinging in with Vanguard for 2 damage. So this is kind of just like forcing Joshua to be like, okay, if you want any damage for your next turn, you're gonna have to be at 4, maybe 5. Or actually, looks like we're not using Daiyusha, so he's basically just saying, if you want to go into your next turn with CB, you're gonna go to 4. Which is definitely not where you want to be against like a crit gaining Vanguard. So looks like we're checking to see if we want to guard this. It is just a 20k guard. We see that front there, so we could 1-card guard this. I think what we're just thinking about is, do we want the CB right now or not? And looks like we're gonna go for it, as we're gonna go ahead and damage check a crit.
This is the final courtesy reminder that Cardfight Vanguard V Premium Side Event Tournament will be closing signups in 5 minutes at 11:55. Please make sure that if you wish to participate in the tournament, that you have signed up at the HQ billboard for Cardfight Vanguard V Premium Side Tournament. Please make sure you have a deck log registered and please check in when you can. Check-in is now open for Cardfight Vanguard V Premium Side Tournament. Please make sure you have checked in. We have closing signups at 1:55.
Thank you, announcer man. Anyways, not really an ideal board here. We still got some pretty fat attackers though. We got the Vade Rock and the Colossus, and with the extra CB that we did get, we do have access to those 4 attacks. Looks like we're going to be boosting with the Executioner. We're going to be putting a Colossus from drop into the Soul, then we're going to bind it in order to just draw another card here. As they're swinging in, are we under Persona? I think we might have whiffed Persona, but that should be at the very minimum 2130. Yeah, 2131. So are we checking with something? Because we do have 4 face down in the bind zone, so this should get an extra 10k. Although he doesn't technically have to activate it. Looks like we're going to be taking this. No defensive and the 4th base, which is like not that important, but still. Putting the Colossus, going to be binding it, drawing another card. I don't think Joshua's really in any danger here. Daiyusha does definitely have a lot of cards in hand, so this is pretty livable. But I think this is definitely a Divine Skill turn here. Honestly though, what are we doing? I think maybe we swing the Vade Rock first, and then we can have another attack, but I don't know if we need that 4th attack, honestly. Because like, if we swing the Vade Rock here, we can take it and pray for another defensive. Ooh, looks like that's pretty good. We're going to be swinging at the Dark Bond. Swing in the Vanguard now, so that this is a lethal Divine Skill here. also kind of forcing out the entire back row. Daiyusha once again losing its entire board. Counterblasting one, restanding the Vade Rock, who is going to be even bigger on the second swing thanks to those extra 4 cards that were just bound face down. So an extra 20, so 30k base with that 13k booster is 43. I'm assuming we're divine skilling here, but I guess we'll find out depending on whether he hard guards this or PGs it. Ooh, so it looks like this is a divine skill turn, so we're gonna have to hard guard here. I believe we should be at 10, so it's plus 25, 25, 38, add 15, 48, 53. So these double fronts is going to be matching, I believe, if my math is correct, which, if you know me, never trust. Ooh, the freezing wave. That's really bad, at least for Vlag, but that is probably going to just guarantee him to survive this. But he is going to need, he's going to have to pray that his opponent doesn't hit a crit. He's going to have to pray that Joshua
Vanguard standard players and Shadowless Evolved players. There is now less than 10 minutes left in round 5. Less than 10 minutes left in round 5 for Cardfight Vanguard standard and Shadowless Evolved.
Yeah, I believe that should be a 3 to pass. So, Vlag probably not getting through. If we hit a crit here and put it onto the Vade Rock, it could just be GG's. But first check, second check, nothing. We're going to be whiffing there. So I think Daiyusha lives to see another turn. The question is, do you want to swing and give him more damage? Or do you want to just like leave him at 1? Which, I don't remember what Daiyusha used to see before. We haven't seen any counter chargers yet. So maybe? I don't know. Looks like we're just going to go ahead and swing in. Daiyusha probably just taking this, like, do you want to commit? But honestly, this is all going to determine whether or not, determined by whether or not Daiyusha has a Persona Ride. Which, you know, there's definitely the chance that he didn't Persona Ride last turn because he wanted to keep it for the Divine Skill turn here. Gonna be drawing. Do we have the Persona? Go up to 6? Or that's 5? Are we going main? No, we do have the Persona. Alright, so we're back in this game. The problem is, obviously, Daiyusha's ranks have been completely demolished here. 5 cards left in hand, but we still have bases to help us out a little bit. And with 5 energy, we should have enough to at least call 2 things from Soul. It looks like we got a Dark Bond and Abyss there too. That can also help like replenish some of these ranks. Okay, calling out the Dark Bond, checking top 4. Ooh, an Elementaria there. Putting the Die Lady to Soul, definitely like very appreciated. The one issue with this is like Dark Bond is not the best attacker that you could be having here. Like it's fine, like it's 20k under Persona, but you would really much prefer a Die Lady here because this is your final turn if you're Daiyusha. Like if you don't, you either kill him this turn or it's just GG. Like you don't have enough. Unless you have like 3 PGs to like withstand all this. What is that? I have no idea what that card is. Strange card alert. Strange card alert. Okay, that was probably really annoying, but I have no idea what that card is. Part of me wants to say it's the EB4 countercharge 1, but it looks like it's not doing anything. But okay, looks like we're resting one of the bases to put something into Soul, and then we're gonna rest the other 2 to EV4 and call 2 things out. I assume you probably call out a Die Battles.
Cardfight Vanguard, the premium tournament participants. Please make sure you have submitted a deck log. If you have checked in but you have not submitted a deck log, you need to submit one before we start the tournament. Once again, Cardfight Vanguard, the premium players. Please make sure to submit a deck log. I'm wishing at you.
Thank you, announcer. So no booster behind Van is gonna make this a little sus, but that is still 28. Swing for a lethal, lethal swing here because we did push to 4. Very good. Anyways, do you find it? Oh, it is the stop intercept. the new card from set 4. So it looks like, gonna be PGing that. Accidentally guarding with the order card. Discarding the order card is what we meant to do. Drive check 1, gonna be a Persona, that is, doesn't matter. Ooh, and a crit. That is pretty good. Ooh, we're gonna be stacking the power onto the Vanguard. Are we adding the crit to the Vanguard though? I think you know, because you want to give one of your other lines some lethal. But it looks like we're going to be betting everything on this Daiyusha swing here.
Vanguard standard players and Shadowless Evolve curve. There's now less than 12 minutes left in round 5. Less than 5 minutes left in round 5 for Cardfight Vanguard Standard and Shadowless Evolve.
Very nice. Oh, looks like we stacked crit on the Vanguard. That is... I don't think that's the correct play. I think you just stack it on one of the rear guards. Because, like, this is lethal already. Like, what are you worried about? But this is 38, that's 48, that's 1. 53 is going to make it 2 to pass. So, that's going to be a no pass. Drive checking, nothing. So, yeah, I think this is just over for the Daiyusha player. You just, like, take one of these, and then the other one also has 1 damage. I don't know why we stacked crit on the Vanguard. There was no reason. He was at 4. But I don't really think it matters that much. Because, like, only needing to guard one of these attacks is just like, oh, it's already whatever. But looks like we're taking the first one. Not getting defensive, but doesn't matter. We already have enough to guard the other column. And looks to me like that's all she wrote. We didn't even... I think, honestly, if you weren't going to put the crit on the rear guard, you probably should have just swung both these rear guards in at the Vade Rock. Because, like, that Vade Rock's going to be super annoying here. Ooh, how many cards do we have in Soul? But it looks like we have another Vade Rock in hand and the order, so I think we should be able to get to that, what's it called? Ooh, overcalling the Executioner, makes sense. I'm going to decide whether we want to Soul Charge or not. I think you have to here, yeah. Soul Charging the heal. Going to be playing the order. I think that's an option. Oh, okay, Soul Charging 1. And then we can call something. We're going to call out the Zamoog that we put in all the way 2 turns ago. And then just use the Zamoog, filtering out. But like I said, oh, okay. That would think I was heal blank OT. So looks like we're just going to put 2 cards into this deck. Judge is going to check the Zamoog, make sure everything's good. So we're going to shuffle, and I believe you have an optional draw here. No, this is the final turn. Because, like, Daiyusha, unless Daiyusha has a freezing wave and, like, 2 PGs, I think this is just over. Oh, there is a freezing wave there. So that's potentially 30k shield. Oh, that's drop? Okay, never mind. Never mind. This man is cooked. Let's see, what do we have? I think there's still a freezing wave in hand, though. Oh, wait, no, that's damage. Never mind. This guy's cooked. We have crit. Is that Persona? Yeah. But I don't really see any way for him to live here. Especially since we do have 5 attacks. Or not 5 attacks, 4 attacks. Why do I keep saying that? I need to stop. But yeah, you definitely need a PG for the Vanguard. That flag is just way too big. The Vade Rocks are also very big. And they're both being like, basically Vade Rocks on both columns makes everything just like way too big. So yeah, that Zamoog is at 10, 20 plus, I don't know how many. Let's see, there should be at least 10, I think. So that's 30. That's a 50k Zamoog there. So we're going to be at 43. We could double intercept here. Looks like that's probably what we're going to do. So that is 53. Going to be blocking it. Definitely correct here. Swinging in the Blag. We binding the last 4 in Soul. Getting a fuck ton of power. Counterblasting the 1. Restanding the Zamoog yet again. Zamoog not going to be as powerful, but honestly, if it gets cards out of hand, gets cards out of hand. Yeah. So swinging this Blag gonna be way too big. So it's just gonna be PGing that. 2 cards left in hand. You can definitely probably 1 card guard this on move, but that Vade Rock is gonna be really fat. But at the same time, you're also putting yourself in a position where a heal trigger does help you out an immense. Like you can actually be. Let's see. What am I trying to say? The heal trigger can like definitely.
Cardfight Vanguard Standard and Shadowverse Evolve. That is now time in round 5.
Interesting.
At this time,
Are they gonna let them keep going? Yeah, looks like they decide to let him finish. At the very last second, Joshua is going to take it. Good game. Very nice. Alright.